Okay, so I am here to talk to you about my top 10 books of 2020. So this doesn't include sequels because I would never be able to do that. So when it's a series, it's together, and I'll tell you my favorites. So coming in number 10 is The Shadow Between Us. It is so good. I love it so much. I love my women strong, independent, and murderous. I love them, okay? So much. All right, coming in number 9, we got These Broken Stars. Now, this is a series, but I treat this as a standalone. Hear me out, okay? This is amazing. I might have read this in one sitting. I don't remember, but I loved this so freaking much. 10 out of 10 would recommend. However, now, book 2, I don't remember the name of it, but it didn't have them in it, and I was so upset. I didn't really like the characters in book 2. I don't even remember their names, but the girl, I just found her really annoying. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I just got super connected to them and I really wanted to hear from them. But you hear from him a little bit in book 2, but like it's barely. So yeah, book 2 is 2 completely different people who I just didn't like. In book 3, I think it merges all 4. So eventually I am going to read it, but I probably won't like it because I have trouble reading from point of views that I don't like. And some of these on this list have that. Speaking of, coming in number 7, we got Cinder, Lunar Chronicles. So my favorite of the series is probably Cinder, because I love Cinder and Kai the best. Again, I love this series so much, but I just get, and it's not like the other point of views are bad. I really get connected, and I really like Cinder and Kai's perspective, and I really like Winter's perspective. Cress is a little too schoolgirl for me. I get why, but it's just annoying. I love Captain Thorn, but I think that was his name. It's been like 5 or 6 months since I've read it, but I love this. It's a good series. And like, I'm not hating on multiple point of views. You know how it is. Every single reader, when you're dealing with like, I'm not talking about like 3 point of views. I think 3 point of views or 2 is perfect. I'm talking about like 6 or 7. Like, Sergi Moss, I love you, but you're killing me. Okay? So yeah, for sure, those kind of, I love them because they're usually so good, but I just get annoyed when I have to go through point of views that I don't like. There's one on this list I'm probably gonna, yeah. So, The Archive. This is freaking amazing. When I read this is number 7 on the list. When I read this, I read this in January of last year, and I thought this was going to be the best book of the year. This also includes The Unbound. I thought it was going to be the best book of the year. The only reason why it's not is because I actually had a really good year reading. I found a lot of good series, but this is so unique. I actually have a whole bunch of Victoria Schwab novels now because I adored this so much. I'm going to try her other stuff. But this and The Unbound. Wesley is my boy. And I was really upset to see that there's like not a lot of fan fiction for him. None. There's none. Not fan fiction like books. I'm sorry. Art. Like art. There's no art for him. Oh, like my tapestry? Yeah. I realized that Freddie, I always stand in the way of Freddie, and he's my favorite. Maybe I can stand here. No, that doesn't look good. So, and oh, there we go. So, coming in at number 6, I have a Kindle version, and oh, I don't know how to put it on here, so I'll just tell you. But number 6 is Bonecryer's Moon. I really enjoyed this. It's really unique. I really liked it. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say, because I don't know how to talk about it without, like, spoiling it, because it was a lot going on. All right, number 5 is From Blood and Ash, okay? And, you know, the next novel of hers. I'm going to need her, after that spoiler, to come out with the book now. And, okay, so in the plot from the first book, I totally called it from, like, page 50. I totally called it. That's all I'm going to say, because I can't spoil it. But go read it right now. I don't have the hard copy for that one, because the paperback is, like, $16, and I just can't spend that much on a paperback, so I got it on the Kindle. Yeah, so that's 5, From Blood Ash, and the sequel. So freaking good. So number 4, don't judge me, because I had to do it, okay? this is what got me into reading. I bet y'all already know what I'm going to say. In 8th grade, a little pop culture book came out, and my friend told me to read it. Before then, I hated reading. I hated reading so much. And then in 6th grade, I found R.L. Stine, and all I would read was R.L. Stine books. Fear Street. I didn't like Goosebumps. It was all about the Fear Street. But then in 8th grade, my friend was like, you have to read this. I was like, okay, and I was obsessed. I got done with all, 3 huge novels in, maybe 2 days or something, 3 days. And I kept making my parents go to Barnes & Noble and get me another one. So, yeah. Yeah. And then I had to wait patiently for the 4th book to come out. And I read that in, a day, I think. So at number 4, we got Midnight Sun. This was so good. Everything that are toxic. Shut up. Oh, I loathe when people say something is toxic when it's fantasy. Dude, when it's like fae or vampires, dude, what are you expecting? Rainbows? Are you expecting unicorns to shit out candy? Oh, okay, and everybody that's saying Twilight is toxic, but yet you like Damon Salvatore in the Vampire Diaries. No hate on Damon. I love Damon. I love the Vampire Diaries. But, spoiler for the Vampire Diaries. Edward didn't kill Bella's brother. Bella don't have a brother, but still, my point stands. I'm just saying, fantasy, you gotta give it some leg room. You can't just be, it's toxic, okay? Because fantasy, a lot of times, it is, who cares? It's fantasy. You're dealing with mythical creatures. Please shut up. And all the Twilight hate at this point, please just shut your damn mouth. Okay? It's so annoying. We know you don't like it. You don't have to say it this much. At this point, you're just embarrassed you like it if you can't keep it the hell out of your mouth. I'm so sick of seeing it. It's been so long since the movies came out. And I like the movies too. Anyway, rant over. But I really like Midnight Sun. You get so, it's just so good. You get so much. You, get to know how he felt. Not okay. I'm going to reread that this year. So we got Aurora Rising. I love this book. Cal is my main squeeze, okay? I think Cal actually might be on the boyfriend list now. Yeah. I love him. And Ari, she's his Bashami. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I like Zyla, and I like Finian. I love them so much. I think I just spit. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's a screen. You'll be fine. I love them. I'm not really a big fan of the twins, and I wasn't really a big fan of Kat. But this is so good. Just please, for the 3rd book, fix that cliffhanger you gave us, because I'm really, really pained, and I'm so scared. I'm so scared. You know what you did, girl. I better have my ship better be intact. I'm just saying. All right, number 2. Queen of Shadows. Okay, Throne of Glass series. Aelin is my queen, is my ride or die. This woman is my woman. And this book only got knocked out by one other. But even though this other book beats it, this is still my favorite character for life. Ever. And this was the best book of the series. Don't tell me, come at me. We'll fight. Not really, but this was the best book of the whole series. Just the brilliance and the cunningness of Aelin. Oh my God. And Kale. Oh, Kale, go fuck yourself. I don't like you. Okay, so my favorites of this series goes Queen of Shadows, number 1, and only. Okay, then Airfire, I think. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a different one. The Assassin's Blade. It's just so good. And Sam! Why am I always gonna love people named Sam? Sam Winchester, Sam Cortland. I think there's another Sam that I can't think of right now because I'm so upset by this. Oh, Sam. I will not be afraid. When I got to that in Assassin's Blade, I freaking burst into tears. Okay, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so 4th, this one's hard. Probably Empire. Yeah, that's 4. And then Kingdom. And then Crown of Midnight. Throne of Glass. And then Tower of Dawn, because I haven't read it because I hate Chaos. And before you come at me, hear me out. I don't want to read Tower of Dawn. I'm sorry. Like I said earlier, I get really annoyed with point of views. Like, I love Aelin and Rowan's point of view, and I loved Manon and Dorian's point of view, but, like, I got really annoyed with Lorcan. I hate his guts. And I liked Eli. I liked her a lot until she got with Lorcan. I just got really annoyed with her as well. I didn't really care for the new characters that got introduced in Tower of Dawn because, like, I didn't read about them. I'm sorry. I might have liked them had I read Tower of Dawn, but I just really didn't want to. It was a 700-page book, and I'm sorry. I'm primarily reading for Aelin because, yeah, she's my queen. She's my queen. But, yeah, my only issue with Throne of Glass series is there's just too many point of views, and I know that's a really, really unpopular opinion because everyone loves all her point of views, but I just get really annoyed when I'm dealing with more than, like, 6. When I'm dealing with more than, like, 3 or 4, I just get, like, there's always a few that I'm just like, when am I going to get to Aelin or Rowan or Dorian or Manon? You know, I would have loved to have some Astrian. I loved her. In the 13, I loved them. But, yeah, I hated Kale. Don't like him. Didn't like Elide and Lorcan's story. To be honest, Kingdom of Ash is really, really long. And my friend told me I could skim some of their parts. I skimmed a little bit of their parts. Because, and just I already told y'all what my favorite book, because you saw it. Oh, well, I'm still going to do a big reveal. Pretend like you didn't see that. But, yeah, I just get very annoyed. I know it sounds bad. Don't come at me. It's just a preference. I can't help it. I really wish I could have liked the other stories, but and I have Tower of Dawn. I just don't want to read it. I'm sorry. If it was a smaller book, I would, but it's 700 pages. And I know there's other characters, but I hate Kale. And I don't want to like him. I'm sorry. I don't want to like him. I liked him in book 1 and in book 2, but then he could fuck himself all the rest of them. Okay, damn it! Okay, so the best book of the year, which y'all already saw, the book that gave me so many emotions, a roller coaster of intense pain and happiness, was Crescent City! I cannot tell y'all how much I fucking love this novel. I can't tell y'all how much that I lost so much sleep over this. Light it up! Light it up! Light it up! Light it up! Wolf, I can't. Go read this immediately. Because of Sarah J. Maas, I have 2 book boyfriends to add to my list forever. Okay, so first is always going to be Jace Whalen. Okay, I know he's Jace Herondale, but I like the name Whalen better, so I still call him Jace Whalen. I don't care. I do not read the Shadowhunters spinoff, though, because I'm sorry. If it doesn't have Jason Clary, I'm not interested. Sorry. I'm only ever going to read TMI. I'm not going to read The Dark Artifacts or the other one. I'm blanking on the name. I'm sorry. People give me so much hate for that. I'm like, I'm sorry. I get connected to, like, certain characters, and I just want to stick with them. I'm sorry. It's a preference. Don't hate me. So after Jace Whalen is Rowan. And now Hunt, okay? Hunt is temporary number 3. He might beat Rowan if Sarah J. Maas doesn't mess him up. Please don't mess him up. Please. I know what you do, girl. I know what you do with the whole first love interest thing. You don't do it. Don't do it. You protect Bryce and Hunt at all costs. They must end up together. Endgame. And of course, I started this the year it came out, so I gotta wait like a patient little freaking grasshopper. That don't make no sense. But I bought it, and my friend basically blackmailed me to read it, but I didn't want to read it because I knew I was going to get into it, and I wanted to wait till they were all published, but now I have to have anxiety. Sarah, don't do what you do, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please. Please. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I've been rambling a lot. This is such a long video, but guys, I can't stress this enough. Go read this. I don't know if I've ever cried so much in a novel. Ever. I'm just praying she doesn't fuck it up. And, like, if Hunt and Bryce break up, that's gonna ruin the series for me. Like, Throne of Glass, spoilers. Throne of Glass, it was better. Rowan was for the better, okay? ACOTAR, Rhysand was for the better. But please don't touch Hunt. He's perfect, okay? Please. But this is why I think she won't touch him, though. Okay? She always has a habit of making the main characters end up with somebody who has lost somebody. Hunt has. And they are also older. And the other ones, Aelin was really young, and Feyre was really young, so it makes sense. They are like 25, I think. If I remember correctly, 25 to 28, something like that. So they're older. Gives me hope. Also, if Sarah did it 3 times in a row, that'd be cliche. Cliche. So don't do it. Don't do it, Sarah. But yeah, so those are my top 10. Read Crescent City. Read Throne of Glass. Okay, so ACOTAR would have made it on this list. Hear me out. Because I discovered Sarah J. Maas this year, so I read all of ACOTAR, Crescent City, and I read Throne of Glass all this year. ACOTAR got kicked off because I loved the first book, I loved the second book, but the third book made me want to hurl it across the room. Unpopular opinion. I'm sorry. I need book readers that agree with me, so, like, let me know so I can have people to talk to that don't think I'm crazy. Hear me out. Sarah J. Maas has this thing about how, like, and I hope she doesn't do it with Crescent City, because that book was perfect. She has so many point of views, and this one has a perfect amount of point of views. It's just 3, and it's mainly Bryce. I love that. I love that so much. I love mainly one character, and then sprinkled in Hunt and her brother. I love that. That's perfect. But Sarah J. Maas has a really annoying habit for me. I know everyone else loves it, of having so many characters. So many characters. And then when the series goes on, she starts to focus on other characters way more than the original ones you got connected with. And it really annoys me. Like in Throne of Glass, I feel like Aelin was not in Kingdom enough or Empire enough. And it really annoyed me so much. But yeah. I really hope she doesn't do that. But anyway, ACOTAR pissed me off in the third book because Nesta's a freaking bitch. I'm sorry. There's a difference between a strong, independent woman and then just a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm a feminist. I am not going to hate on a woman usually, but Nesta's a bitch. I'm so sorry. She doesn't deserve a redemption, and she doesn't deserve Cassian. I said what I said. Cassian was probably like my 3rd favorite character. Maybe I might even liked him more than Rhysand, okay? But now he's down on the list because he's with Nesta, and I can't, Cassian. I love you so much, but oh God, Nesta! Sarah, do you have to hook up every single character? That's another thing. It makes it really unrealistic when it's like literally every single side piece is hooked up. Like it. Oh wait, in Throne of Glass I also did like Aelin and Lysandra. Yes, but they got annoying. Not Lysandra. Aelin got really annoying in Empire of Storms when he started being a dick to Aelin. That pissed me off, and I don't forgive him for that. Anyway, but yeah, Nesta's a bitch, and the third book she definitely crazy focused on Nesta, and it was like Feyre wasn't even relevant. She didn't even like help that big. She didn't really help that much. She really didn't do anything. It was Nesta. Nesta's so strong because of the cauldron. She's so strong. I don't know what those noises were, but I don't like her. So I kicked ACOTAR off. And I still haven't read the book, The Starlight whatever. I have it, but I haven't wanted to read it because I just don't want to. And she's coming out with a Nesta book. I just don't want to read it. I'm not going to. Sorry. Not gonna do it. But yeah, so I'm sorry for my opinions. And I love Sarah J. Maas. No hate. Like, it sounds like I'm ragging on it. And it's not that the third book was well written. It just really pissed me off that I started the story with Feyre and then it focused more on Nesta. And my really good friend who also read it felt the exact same way. So, and I know it's kind of like a lot of people don't like Nesta. I'm sorry, I don't like her at all. I'm never going to like her and I'm not reading any of this. I'm just going to get my friend to give me spoilers on Feyre and Rhysand. That's it. But like, the third book made me so mad, it did ruin the series for me. So, I don't know if I'll ever read the first or second book again. I still have them. And the Kindle had all 4 books for $3.99. So, I did get them because I might read book 1 and 2 again. And that was a really crazy deal. Like, how am I not going to get that? But man, it just sucks because there was parts of the third book I loved. Like the cereal. Oh my God, I cried so much. But yeah. Nesta stuff, it just really made me mad. I think at least she could have finished the third book out as more Feyre's story. At least gave us that. But she likes to forget about her main characters. That's my one complaint. She likes to forget about her main characters and focus too much on side characters. So far, I've only had one person agree with me on this. So don't come at me. I'm sorry. All right. Bye, guys. Happy 2021. Glad 2020 is over.